I feel like this album, this Drunken Lullabies album, because I know this one, I know What's Left of the Flag, Another Bag of Bricks, and something about a queen. They're all on the same album, and it came out when we had Kazaa.
Yeah, I remember
want to
Kazaa.
say,
Yeah.
and it was like one of the only albums they had on there.
Sure.
What's the Queen one?
I don't know. The song is
Death Valley Queen.
Oh,
That's the name of
boy.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are like probably the only 4 flogging of Molly.
Queen Anne's Revenge?
No, I'm pretty sure it's called Death Valley Queen.
Okay. Well, they have a
Death
song called
Valley Queen. Something like that.
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I nailed it, so
Yeah.
you're welcome. Karaoke
right.
in full effect.
Right. I did hear from Ray, who is one of our bureau chiefs in Vancouver. He's my BC. They're in British Columbia. And he's like, you guys were talking about them shutting the Canadian border. Americans are exempt from that. They're closing their border to non-Canadian citizens and permanent residents. They're leaving an exception for United States citizens. So we can still go into Canada.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Poutine, Bill. It's your specialty, right?
Right, yeah.
Land border points of entry, like those along the border shared by Vermont and Quebec, will remain open.
Detroit?
The closure will leave an exception. Yeah, Detroit and Windsor.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got it. We're going to a show in June in Windsor. So I'm hoping it still happens. You know? You all right over there?
I got all this fucking Molly in my throat.
You got to
His
plug.
eyes, they close, and his last breath load.
Will you plug those filling holes?
Quarantine your filling
Quarantine your filling holes.
This is the line of the day.
So thank you, Ray, who is our bureau chief in Vancouver. If you listen to the show, like Ray does on the iHeartRadio app, let me know where you do that if it's out of state. JJ is in Sydney, New York. Quayon and Matt, they are sheltering in place out there in San Francisco. Wendy's in Key Largo. Julian is in Morenci, Arizona. And Cameron is in Waldorf, Maryland. You can use the Alan Cox Show After Hours line anytime you like. That is 216-986-8903.
Hey guys, this is Brett from Kirtland. I got a question from Mary, but first I want to say congratulations on graduating from the Mole People. Also, are you going to take that rosary out of your apartment, or are you going to leave it for the next poor soul who inhabits it? And I also want to say, guys, you guys do amazing things. With everything that's going on in the world right now, we all need a little laughter. I just want to say thanks. Hate the show. I will see you all in hell. Thanks. Have a great one.
Okay.
Should I?
Well, he's lucky because you will get a little bit of laughter on this show. So he really hit the nail on the head. I imagine we know the answer to his rosary question.
I'm going to leave it.
You didn't touch it when you moved in.
I've touched it to move,
Yeah,
to
you ain't
clean
gonna-
under it.
You're not going to take it with you.
Well, and that's why I was like, but you know what I did think? I've been like kind of picking a little bit of things up. I'm like, what if this is the reason I've been safe underground is because of the rosary? And I should take it with
really
me to
had that
protect my
Or
new
because,
apartment.
of course she did.
Bless you.
Or because you're underground is why you're safe.
No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it right in the windowsill where it was left for me. Right?
Well, you say it was left for you. Someone clearly just forgot it.
Sure. But it was left there,
Yes.
and I will leave it in its resting place. Because who knows what will happen if I move it.
Okay.
Why don't you just throw it away?
I told you, I'm not throwing it away.
You want me to?
You can
How
do
about when
whatever
you
you
move
want.
on Friday?
You are helping me move on Friday, and when I move out, you can do whatever you want with it, but I am leaving it in its place. This is going to be the easiest move ever, dude.
Yeah, well, up the steps.
That's why I asked Bill, a couple of my guy friends, I'm like, hey, if you guys come over, it won't. I have a bed, a dresser, a couch, and like my TV stand is all I really need help with the big stuff. Everything else is just a leg workout. Mm-hmm. Up and down.
Pivot!
Yeah.
Pivot!
Yeah,
Well,
I had to
I'm gonna
move
leave
a
the-
fridge for my sister the other day.
Oh,
That was
my
a nightmare.
God.
Oh, I bet.
In that Lakewood house, it's moving anything in Lakewood's so annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Because all those houses are so old and just
Narrow,
tiny.
are the stairwells narrow?
Yeah.
These stairwells are pretty narrow too, but I
You
don't,
don't have to move
my,
a fridge.
No, it's like
Like what,
my
a dresser?
my
That's it.
Dresser, bed,
Bed's
couch,
easy.
and TV stand and coffee table. Like
And
it's,
in the building.
it's just
Yeah.
up
That's
2 flights
the
of
best
stairs.
part.
Yeah, you don't have to go outside. You don't have to do anything.
I don't think I've ever moved in a building. I know that when I moved from the apartment I got when I first moved back home was with my girlfriend who had come with me. We broke up. She moved back to Pittsburgh, and I moved into a new apartment. Except I moved into a ground floor apartment.
Hey.
Just rolled my crap in from the parking lot. I'm like, I don't want, because I went from living on the 5th floor to like renting somebody's condo that happened to be on the 1st floor. And I'm like, this is just fine.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spend any more time. I was so tired of moving. You move a lot in this business.
I moved 3 times in 18 months when I first split with my ex. And then I've been in this place for almost 2 years. I moved in June of 2018. So I've been there almost 2 years.
Yeah.
But just going upstairs. But I think this will be the last move for a while. I mean, like I said, I just wanted another space. Like another bedroom, a little more space, a little dining
open
room.
the windows.
I'll be able to. Oh God, I cannot even tell you guys how much peace of mind this is going to give me to be able to just.
It's gonna be funny when she moves in there, and then there's some development in coronavirus where it's completely airborne and you can't have your windows open ever.
I'm so mad.
Can't go to the beach. Can't go to the open windows.
Are you facing? And I know you probably have multiple windows, but they're all on one side.
I have windows all the way around my whole apartment.
You're a corner apartment?
Yep.
Wow.
The way the building's set up, it's kind of.
It's like all the apartments are corner apartments. There's just 3 on each side.
I see
If
what you
that
mean.
makes
I
sense.
see what you mean.
But yeah, I'm very excited.
Huh. So you'll be facing the same. Will you be able to hawk loogies on those people whose ankles you could only see out your windows before?
Yeah, except
Out in the parking lot?
I took the house of the kids whose family broke up though, so they're
The
not
one
going
that
to be
made you
around.
cry?
Yeah, because America's there's a murder and they had to
There's
move.
no murder.
Wait, those kids who used to bug you, they moved out of the place you're moving into?
Yes,
Dead.
they're not dead. The kids are not dead.
How do you know that?
Because I saw them moving out.
Did you?
I did.
So my family broke
That's how I knew that this apartment was going to be available. As I saw them moving out a couple weeks ago, beginning of March.
Hey, kid, now that your family is destroyed, you got a line on that apartment?
Hey, what do you think about that bedroom? Is it like pretty spacious or kind of tight, or what do you
Is that a
think?
small apartment, though, for a couple and 2 kids, I would imagine?
Yeah,
For a single gal, it's probably fine, but...
Well, the bedroom that I'm assuming the kids shared, because there was 2 kids and a baby. It was
God,
like
man.
the guest room or whatever is like 8 by 10. It's not, maybe even smaller than that. It is narrow.
Huh.
So I'm guessing maybe they just put some bunk beds in there, and that really could have been it. The only thing that would fit in there.
And now it's just you.
Just me.
Maybe it wasn't those kids. Maybe you saw their apparitions.
Oh, it's like the others.
Mm-hmm. Maybe because you were so
Maybe
nice
I'm
to
dead.
them.
You brought them water balloons.
Maybe
Yeah, I know.
because you were so nice to them, they showed themselves to you one final time once they left their mortal coil. They showed themselves to you.
Carrying out
It's
their
going too
things.
far. I don't like it anymore.
Did you
Oh,
notice?
you're weirded out? Mr.
you-
Murder House over there?
Did you notice?
I just like it. I like to think that one of the parents was murdered, not one of the kids.
Did you
Well, you don't get
notice
to pick.
that the parents weren't addressing the children by name?
Or even
Did the parents
talking to
seem
them.
extraordinarily sad
No.
moving out? You're like, boy,
They seemed frustrated.
They seem really same thing. They seem really sad just to be moving out of an apartment. Little did you know, all 3 of their children had been murdered in that apartment.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, because you couldn't hear it over the banging that's going on in the apartment that was above you.
Yeah, so
I
are,
get to bang now, maybe.
are they below you now? The
Yeah.
banging?
Now
So
the
now-
banging people are below me.
Will you still hear them? Will they be just as loud?
I don't think so, because I only really ever heard the bed moving. Right, and it wasn't like the headboard hitting the wall. It was like the bed squeaking, and I can't imagine I would hear that above them,
Yeah,
right?
Give them a taste of their own medicine.
I'm just gonna work out. I'm just gonna do, I don't know, cartwheels or something.
Cartwheels.
Listen, you can't bang right now. No filling holes during quarantine.
That's what I'm saying. Is Tinder dating stopping? Like, are hookups stopping? Like,
Have you
You're
seen?
just not
hookups
going
have
to
stopped.
dates. You're just going right to their apartment.
Have you seen the spring break pictures?
No.
No.
Oh, these people don't give a about coronavirus, the end of the world. I know they're kids, but these kids are like, flights are cheap as hell and we're going. Somebody posted like an aerial view of
Panama City?
some beach in Florida. Oh, it was Miami Beach.
Clearwater, I think.
Clearwater. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. And boy, it's not nuts to butts, which I think it might have been in years past, but there's a lot of kids
pretty
out on
packed,
spring
yeah.
break.
Spring break is not what it used to be, though. I will say that. Because
Well, it's not going to be either if
because of
these
camera
kids come
phones.
back all sick. Because of camera phones? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, people don't go as wild as they used to because everything's documented.
yeah, that is true. But when I was down there, like, they were wild. And then the year that I left, like,
22-year-old from Boca Raton said she brings hand sanitizer wipes with her every time she goes, but she said that students are not even aware that hooking up could facilitate the spread of the virus.
Doggy style only. We talked about this.
They're not thinking about that. It's not like anybody is warning them not to. We're in a sorority, and they told us not to share drinks and stuff like that.
Don't share
And
drinks
stuff
you'll
like
be fine.
that.
Yeah, but that was probably in place for sororities before then. Like, don't leave a drink unattended, because somebody, especially spring break, you
You're
get
going to
roofied.
get Mickey'd.
Hey, somebody put a Mickey in my drink.
Hey, old Peppermint and his Mickeys are back.
Old Peppermint would never abide that. He
be
treats a
careful.
lady like a lady.
Be careful, because someone could slip you a Mickey, a roofie, or a Rona.
A Rona. Slip me
Somebody
a
put
Rona.
a Rona in my Tom Collins. Mike DeWine, I want to go over these quickly here for you, but Mike DeWine had another press conference today, and some of the high points. June 2nd is the target rescheduled date for the Ohio primary. There are now 67 confirmed cases in Ohio.
Yikes.
That encompasses 16 counties. The age range in Ohio is 14 to 86.
And it was 5 at this time last week, right?
Yes.
Well, I think Thursday of last week it was 5.
Yeah.
There are 14 hospitalizations. Hospitals are at 75% capacity, which they said is normal for this time of year. If you need to call the Ohio Department of Health, that is 833-ASK-ODH. I would only call if I could ask for Amy Acton and get her on the phone. I'm really nervous out here. Could you allay my fears?
You hold me.
Could you hold me, please? Veterinarians and dentists have been donating personal protective equipment to hospitals. Restaurants have been donating latex gloves. Unemployment.ohio.gov is the website for people who want to use it if they're out of work. So those are some of the high points
Restaurant
from
industry people, get on
the
that.
presser today. Yeah. Yeah, get on it. Right? I don't know. People keep sending me the link to this Cleveland scene thing. And I don't know why.
You're in it.
Yeah, but they must be really, really bored over there at Cleveland
You know
scene.
it.
I know they skipped the print edition.
Yeah.
For like the first time in 50 years. But everybody, Mary told me about it like before the break. She goes, "You see this thing?" I go, "No." But everybody's sending me the link. They have a thing, and I don't understand it.
Alan, we are one of 30 people who are only famous in Cleveland.
No, we're not, because I'm number 33.
No, there's ads. There's 3 ads in there when you click through it.
Okay. Well, but I still don't get the point. First of all, whoever did it didn't really do their research. You move around a lot in this business, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I know some people have been here for 40 years. But so they do. Cleveland scene has 30 people who are only famous in Cleveland.
And we both made the list.
Yeah, but like so did Russ Mitchell, who used to work for like CBS Network News.
Right.
But
So no, he's
nobody
not.
outside of Cleveland knows who he is, Alan.
That's not what it says. It doesn't 30 people who are only famous. It doesn't say 30 people who only Cleveland people know from here. It says only famous in Cleveland. Russ
think
Mitchell
it's
was on CBS Network for 20 years
the
before he came to Cleveland.
goofiest. Cracking me
But then
up.
they also
I don't
didn't-
get it though. Like Polk's on it, Tim Misny. Like I don't. Who came up with this?
But they also didn't add any like insight on who anybody is. It's just your name.
It's our name
it's
and
just
our
Mary
picture.
Santora,
Yeah.
and that's it. Mike Polk, that's it. Like there's no
It's like an
'cause if
explanation
you-
of who you guys are.
Because you don't need to. We're famous.
Oh, you're
in
that
Cleveland.
famous, yeah.
So you just see my picture
Well,
and you're
there's
like, oh,
definitely
Mary
people
Santora,
on that
duh.
list that I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
Yep.
The goofiest thing.
But who pitched this? What's the point?
Get those clicks.
Come on, clicks.
Because all the clicks. Who's clicking this? I didn't even know about it until
Everybody.
you told me.
I'm gonna do one tomorrow on AlanCoxShow.com. 30 people that are not famous in Cleveland.
Yeah, just put up
Just
30
put
random
Random
people.
people. Yeah, it's just stock photos. And
Mine's
then
from 2014.
stock photos and then a caption.
The
that
caption's the same on every
same.
picture.
It's the same.
But Alan, we're with the likes of the mall guy and Super Pimp and the Nordstrom furniture guy. Nordstrom?
I don't know.
Norton Furniture.
Norton Furniture, yeah.
Sounds like you should be on the list.
Very, very strange.
I laughed so
Very
hard
strange.
when I saw it. I loved it.
Oh, I didn't get the ad thing. I'm like, how did I end up 33 out of 30 people who were okay?
Honorable mention.
And who didn't make the cut? There are
Me.
so
Bill
many.
Squire.
I
Well,
didn't make the cut.
there are so many people
The
who
reason
are,
Mary's famous.
You're the most bitter bitch I
it's
know.
really, really weird.
It
Trust
cracks
me, there
up.
is in no universe is Bill mad that he's
I
not
know.
on this
I know,
list.
I know. He even tweeted that.
I've been on websites before, Alan. It's a great honor, but I'll let Mary have her time.
Let me have
in
my
the sun.
accolades,
Yes.
please.
So there you go. Mary and I are right up there with Mall Guy and Super Pimp.
Woo! We did it.
Now, I love Super Pimp. I haven't seen the guy in 100 years. I don't know what happened to that dude. But
Coronavirus!
Coronavirus! Now
Ramona
it sounds like she's so
Robinson,
slow when you do it normal speed.
Tom Hamilton, Tim Misney,
Triv's on there.
Terry Pluto, right? Triv Song. I mean,
And Triv, his show goes all the way to Chicago, so he's not just famous here.
well, they're not listening to. I don't know who he is in Chicago. I was on in Chicago. I mean, we still got listeners in Pittsburgh because I was on the other.
His frequency goes
But
that
that's
far.
Yeah.
Right, but
Have
that's
they
got
even
that-
seen this board behind me?
Come on.
Does this look like just Cleveland? I'm pretty sure
I mean,
this is the entire United States.
Our frequency goes a lot farther than Cleveland too. It doesn't mean people know who you are there. I mean, but
Alan,
it was
the
just-
map. We have bureau chiefs all over this great country.
The sax man, Maurice Reedus Jr., who
Who's
is dead.
There's
by
a
the
couple
way.
of dead people on there.
Yeah, it was very strange. But again, Russ Mitchell alone, whoever put this together, did not do their homework because what a weird
Stop
list.
clicking
Who's-
through it,
who's it
Mary.
by?
I was laughing.
You little
well,
nerd.
I was seeing who else was on the list.
Like you didn't review it 100 times.
And there's also
Why would I review it 100 times? Honestly, I didn't even know Alan was on it because I got to my picture and I clicked out. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I believe that.
There's also like group pictures where it's like 3 or 4 different people.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so
Who's who?
by 30 you mean more than 30.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for the people who are sending me that link, I'm like, yeah, okay, but I don't get it.
Listen, I sent it to Instagram and I said, "Hello, can you verify me now?"
You want to check mark that
Little
bad?
Miss Cleveland famous. These are check marks.
You'll get back on Instagram and they will have verified the mall guy.
Right.
Probably.
That'd be amazing.
All right, anyway. Okay, let me break those incarceration 3-day weekend passes for you. That is still set for July out at the Ohio State Reformatory, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. Blink 182 and Weezer, Limp Bizkit, and Papa Roach. And a killer lineup for incarceration this summer. Let's hope it happens, right? 3-day weekend passes for you after the break. 35192 if you want to text.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 W.